Hello, listeners. It's your host, Bella, and this is Day Thoughts, a podcast where I break down and share my opinion on deep topics I find myself contemplating throughout the day. Day Thoughts is centered around open conversation and unique perspectives from both myself and guest speakers about various subjects like mental health, spirituality, and self-help. You can expect to see new episodes available for streaming every Friday. For the next 8 weeks, we will be exploring the topic of self-love in my new series, Loving You. This is episode 1. Stay tuned. Welcome to my podcast. My name is Bella. I'm the host of Day Thoughts. And fun fact, actually, this is like the third this is like the trillionth recording, but I actually had officially recorded this entire episode, and then I went back and listened to it. I probably edited it for like a good 20 minutes. My dad edited it as well. That's a really hard word to say, but
Edited it.
But anyway, and I hated it. It was awful. So this is like a second go. That would be Aiden eating chocolates. Aiden is my fiance. Say hello. No, don't even start. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi. He and I are thinking of starting our own podcast. So it's going to be like a couples one, like, young people in love, tips to other young people who are in love. And he and I have been together for 3 years. We are currently engaged and, still waiting to set a wedding date. But we wanted to do like conversations about how to keep the love alive. And well, I know that sounds kind of funny because we're young and we've only been together for 3 years, but I'm so sorry if you can hear him chewing in the background. Can you please not do that?
I once heard someone say, "Do you?" It was Jocelyn H. from New York. So,
What?
Yeah.
His Dove.
It was very inspiring to me.
His Dove chocolate wrapper says "Do you?" So
No.
that's what it says. Anyway, yeah. So let's talk about Day Thoughts, and let's talk about me, your host, your lovely host.
She's beautiful, but you can't see her, so.
Oh, well, I'm on the cover, so.
Oh, never mind.
But that's really
taken.
That's the blonde version of me. I don't look like that anymore. I have brown hair now. I had an identity crisis when I was a blonde. I'm a brunette in spirit, so I've returned to my ethereal state. But anyways, that's weird. Okay, Day Thoughts is a podcast where I talk about my thoughts during the day. And
It's nighttime, by the way, so.
it is currently 8:55 p.m., but this is like
Wrong.
super last minute. Like I said before, I had an episode completely recorded and it was just way too like scripted and I didn't like it. So I just went through and I was like, you know what? Forget it. I don't even care. It's just going to be all over the place and that's perfectly fine. But anyway, so Day Thoughts is going to have different series and I really like to talk about things. I like to talk, if you haven't noticed. And I'm going to talk about self-love and the importance of it and how to achieve it. And I'm not fully there. I mean, I'm still working on that. And there are days where I feel like I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've achieved self-love. I completely love myself." And then the next day I'm like, "Nope." So, it's definitely a process, but I like to talk about it and it's so important. So, I'm going to talk about self-love and I'm going to talk about mental health awareness. In case you know me by my pseudonym, Gordalmi Cross, that is my poetry alias. She wrote and self-published The Journey We've Faced. That is currently only available on Amazon, but I am working on getting it available on other platforms as well. And it is a poetry book that I wrote over the course of 3 years. I started my sophomore year in high school. My sister actually illustrated it like 4 days before I was going to publish it. So seriously, props to her. But anyway, yeah. So it pretty much follows my journey through mental health, my mental health struggles and the ups and the downs and everything in between. And I think it just kind of brings together the realness that comes with mental health, the feelings, the ups and the downs, and I already said that, but like there's just the roller coasters of it. And anyway, if you are interested, I will definitely be doing an episode where I read through some of my poetry. I also have an Instagram where I post sneak peeks of my poetry. So if you're like, I don't want to buy a $10 book on Amazon if I don't even know if you're a good writer, you can just check my Instagram and find out for yourself. I and my lovely audience here thinks that I'm a pretty good writer, right?
Definitely. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. So anyway,
Very good. I read the book like 3 times and I don't read, so.
that was...
And I actually enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Like, honestly.
Well, there was poems about you in there, so I'm guessing you
That's
would.
why I enjoyed it. No, I was kidding.
He's egotistical. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, so that's enough about my book. I personally am 18 years old. I'm not an expert, but I like to talk like I am. So I definitely have friends and family members who like to as well. And we like to talk about all kinds of stuff. And I mentioned mental health and self-love, but I also love like self-betterment and like self-improvement tips, that kind of thing. So I have
Do
people...
you.
Yes, like the Dove chocolate, do you? It was on a wrapper. Anyway,
Did we already say that?
I don't think that was in this one. I think that was in the other one, but it's fine. He ate a Dove chocolate. The wrapper had the inspirational quote on the inside. It said, "Do you?" So that's the background. Anyway, moving on. I'm also going to talk about spirituality. I'm a Christian. I've been a Christian ever since I can remember, but obviously I'll, dive more into that in my Christian series. But I'm starting off this podcast with my self-love series. So that is what next episode is going to be about. I kind of am running out of things to say, but I am just so excited to be doing this, to be honest. And I've always wanted to do a podcast. I think everybody secretly does, to be honest, but I'm cool and I did. So anyway, if you enjoyed what you listened to somehow, you should definitely stay tuned because I'm releasing my next episode literally tomorrow. So that one is going to be defining self-love. Like, what is it? What does it mean? And yeah, so...
I don't think that this should be the one.
It is going to be the one. Bet. Anyway, my social media links will be down below. And I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Before Aiden interjects and ruins this again, have a great day. Thank you for listening and sitting through this. And I'm so excited for my next episode. Goodbye.